All right, guys. Hello. So this is part two to level up on Facebook. So we're going to talk about a little bit more of some advanced strategies on how to really level up and scale your business utilizing Facebook. All right. So let me go ahead and, oh, give me one sec. There we go. Let me share my screen. All right. So when we're on Facebook, I mentioned last week, let me go to my profile, that it's really important for you to have a nice clear profile picture, a nice cover photo, and you really want to have a good bio here, okay? And what's going to be really important as well is you want to have professional mode turned on. So clicking these three little dots and then scrolling down to where you see professional mode to turn it on, all right? It's going to provide you with the professional dashboard, allowing you to kind of increase your followings and things like that, okay? So what I really want to talk about today is how you can utilize groups on Facebook to put yourself out there and to grow, okay? So we're going to go to groups. And this was a group, or this is a group that I absolutely love. It's called She Travels. Um, and this is a group that is obviously all for the girls that love to travel. Okay. So something that I absolutely love about this group is the fact that there's a lot of engagement. This is something that you want to look for in groups. So not only the amount of members, but the engagement. Okay, so you'll be able to see that, and we're going to search for some groups so that way you can see how you can tell what the engagement is. Okay, so here we scroll down, um, like this question, posted December 1st, but it's a very popular post because people still keep commenting on it. But what's something that you noticed while abroad that you wish was available in your home country? So I'm going to comment because when I was in Europe, I absolutely loved that the plastic bottles, the caps would stay on the plastic bottle. Um, so I'm going to say when I was in Europe, I loved that all plastic bottles had the caps secured. I don't even know if I'm explaining that correctly. Um, you weren't able to take the cap off. So it helped minimize um, littering and garbage. Okay. So the purpose of me posting that is for the engagement. Okay. So one thing to really focus on is the fact that when you're in groups, just like I mentioned last week, we're in a service-based industry. Okay. So stop being selfish. Stop like thinking, well, what can I do that's going to benefit me? Okay. Because you're going to notice that's probably why there hasn't really been that much results. And that's probably why you've been kind of stuck or stagnant. Okay. So switch that, open your mentality and realize that you are in a service-based industry. That means what can I do to help and serve others? Okay. Whether if we're talking travel bookings or whether if we're talking team building, all right, they're both service-based. Okay. So when you flip that switch and when you open up your mindset, now your content and the reason for your posting is going to change because now you're going to say, okay, well, what can I post that's going to help my ideal client or my target market. Okay. So the purpose of me posting this is for the engagement so that the group administrators of this group can see that I'm not just a dud, that I'm not just posting that I'm not just posting one-sided things. Okay. Every single thing that I've posted, I think there was only a few things that got declined, and it was because I think I may have just violated like one little rule, but everything has been approved. And so I will engage on comments, in the comments of things, and then I will post. Okay. Because then it shows they can see I'm a top contributor, right? So you'll notice that when you're in groups, you're going to get little badges. Okay. And that means that the more you are engaged in the group, the more comments you receive, the more comments you give, the more reactions you give, all those things, it's going to boost your badge And then it's going to tell the administrators, okay, this chick actually like is valuable. She shares good information. She is always engaging. She's supportive, those types of things. And you want that. You know why? Because what's going to happen is then when you actually post something travel related, whether if it's travel booking or team building, people are going to see it, right? Facebook loves the engagement. So Facebook is going to purposely show your content the more engaged you are in groups, on your personal page, etc. Okay. So the same thing applies on your personal feed as well. So as you're scrolling, don't just scroll. Okay. Like, engage, comment, things like that. Okay. So if we scroll down a little bit more, um, let's see if I had commented on that one already. So this, she did a birthday post. So, oh, I don't know why it took me all the way. So I'll love it. And then it's a must. I go back to Puerto Rico in 2025. Me too, girl. Okay. You see? So just things like that. Okay. Now, this one actually, and I wasn't going to comment, but now that I'm seeing this, I'm going to comment on this because I'm from Puerto Rico. I lived there for a little bit and I've actually stayed at this hotel. Um, but, or no, I have not stayed at this hotel. Um, but she's a little nervous about the bad reviews. So I'm going to comment and I'm going to say, can you share? Okay. Um, so I just did a few comments, right, in less than 5 minutes. Okay. So that's really all that you have to do on the groups, right? And then, for example, earlier, just maybe like an hour or so ago, I shared one of my reels into the group. Okay. So then it's going to have more eyes to my reels. I'll also post like funny things. So when it comes to groups, you'll want to join different groups of things that you like to do, right? Things that you like to do. I love to travel, right? So I'm part of different travel groups, or you see some of the groups that are here, Hustle, Aesthetic, Humble and Paid, right? So you see like some of the things that I like to do that is kind of like my goals. I will join those groups. And so again, it doesn't have to be travel related, right? But the purpose is to get yourself out there, to engage. Okay. So you're going to see, I wonder if it will come up here. So you can see my, actually, let me go back here. See my group activity. Okay, so you'll be able to see stuff that I had posted. Okay, so this I posted, this was literally right before I got sick. So I like to post in this group as regularly as I can because it's a group that has a lot of engagement. Okay. And so this helps me get out there to have that engagement with people back and forth. Okay. So I'll ask questions like this. So 65 comments, right? And so for every single comment I go on, I like it and I comment, right? So it might be tedious, right? But it works, okay? And every single person that likes your stuff, you can then invite them to follow you. All right. Now it's not going to come up for me here because it's going to say add friend, but you see how it says invited? These were people that I invited to follow me already, okay? Because they liked my stuff and I invited them to follow me. Now, that's something that you're able to do when you're on the professional mode, okay? So I'll do like funny memes. So again, 60 people. So I had invited all these people. Now, on the desktop, it looks different because when you're on your phone, you're actually able to actually hit invite to everyone. but on the desktop, it shows add friend. But this helps, right? See, 11 shares. So anything, take note of what is the common theme in the group. Now, this is a travel group, okay? So there's a lot of people that post about solo travel, that they post about recommendations for different travel destinations in the US or where to go for the new year or something like that. So look to see what's the general consensus. What are different things that people are asking in this group? And then that's where you get your content. That's where you post, right? Because the goal is for you to be seen, okay? The the purpose and the point is for you to be seen. So that way, what's going to happen? They're going to say, "Oh my gosh, I saw Perla's comment," right? Let's say they see my comment wherever it is, and then they're going to click on my profile. They're going to say, "Oh, she was funny. I saw her comment or whatever. I really liked what she had to say." People are curious. They're going to click on your profile. They'll see my profile. They'll see that I'm a legit person, that I know what I'm talking about because I said I'm a travel agent. They'll see my pinned post. They'll go to my blueprint if they want. They can see my group, right? So you see how it's all pulling people to you. You're attracting them to you. That is the purpose of this, okay? And that's what you want to do with groups. So you want to join different types of groups and do it in the sense that's going to I want to see if this is a group that I did this in. I don't know that I did. Um, um, let me see. No, this wasn't a group that I did that in. I want to see if I can find. So I wanted to show you something of like an intro post. So you know when you join a group, and it tells you and it says, welcome to the group. Feel free to share a photo, introduce yourself, whatever. Do that. Introduce yourself. Okay. If you're new to the group, introduce yourself. Say, thank you so much for approving me into the group. My name is Perla. I'm a registered nurse. I'm also a travel agent. I live in Pennsylvania. I love to travel, blah, 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 and just share like a photo of yourself or whatever, right? When you do that, you're going to get engagement on that post. People are going to say, oh, welcome, whatever. They're going to say all those things. And again, eyes to you. People are going to say, oh, who's this girl, right? Who's this person that's coming on here? Okay. And that's the same thing that you'll do in any type of group that you're in. Okay. So think of it as, and I'm going to keep saying this because I see so many times people post in groups so one-sided, and then there's no engagement on there because you can't just join a group and not contribute to the group. All right. You can't just go to the group and just expect to be flooded and inboxed with clients and people wanting to join your team if you're not actually contributing, right? Because Facebook sees that you're not actually engaging, so it's not going to show your content to people. All right. So think of that. All right. The next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is now I know Halia was going to be hosting a training about this, um, about creating a group. But I wanted to show you, this is something that I have, and this is something you guys can decide that you want to do if you want. But I have two different kinds of groups. I have a travel deals and tips, travel deals and tips group where I will post travel deals and tips. Okay. So this, I have to get back to posting regularly because again, with me being sick, I wasn't posting as regularly as I would have liked, or really, really anything at all. So I have to kind of get back to doing that. But having the group, this is going to allow me to bring people to me, right? I can tag this group into different travel deals that I do. I can invite people into this group. Now, personally, I don't like to invite. Like, see, I can click invite and then I can invite Facebook friends or with email. I don't like to invite people because I would rather people want to join my group because they want to be there, not because I'm inviting them to be there. But that's just my own personal preference. Okay. So, different things that you can post in your travel deals group. So, now something that I personally have to work on in this group and the groups that I have is the engagement, right? But again, it all comes with time. And something that I want to make sure that you guys understand is the fact that if this is something new that you're starting in terms of social media and really being intentional with your posts and really wanting to make sure that you're putting yourself out there, you have to be patient, okay? You have to make sure that what you're posting, you're strategic and you're consistent, okay? So come up with a posting plan. I use ChatGPT to really organize myself and organize my posting plan. Like just for example, I just pulled up I did like a 13 what is it? Yeah, we're 13 days away from Christmas, so I did like a 13 days of Christmas social media posting plan. And it literally gave me 13 days of content ideas that I can do, okay? And I can do different polls, I can do a reel, I can do a regular written post, right? So utilize it, right? I am the first person I have no shame in my game saying that I will use ChatGPT. But the one thing I will say with ChatGPT is use and put your personality in it, okay? There are too many people that I see using ChatGPT that it's a robot. It's like, I know that that's not you, right? So just be original. Okay, just be original, sprinkle your personality in it. If you don't like what ChatGPT spits out at you, then ask it to change, right? Say, I don't like that. Put it in a friendly tone or put it in a funny, add some humor or sarcastic or something, right? You have to train it. And once you train it to who you are, then the next time, like the more you use it, the next time then that you utilize ChatGPT to create something for you, it's going to remember based on past conversations. Okay. So I'm not going to share too much in here just because, again, it's something that I'm still presently working on specifically in this group because my main focus has been team building. So this is a group that I have for team building that um, I am pouring much more of my time and energy into in comparison to my travel deals and tips group. Okay. So I am trying to, ramp up my engagement, bring as many people as I can into this group. Again, I don't invite people. I have people come to me. Okay. And I'm going to show you kind of what I post so that way you can see how I put myself out there. All right. So if I scroll down, I kind of share when I'm hosting one of the meetings. Um, I went live really quick just to kind of share, but this was kind of like a very impromptu thing because I had posted earlier today that I was hosting one and I had quite a bit of comments saying that people wanted to join and they missed it if it was recorded. And so since I was hosting another one, that's why I went live. But usually what I would like to do is if I go live in the group, I want to announce it ahead of time because that's going to maximize the amount of people that actually see the live and are there live while I'm doing it. Okay. So different types of things just to do the engagement, share your favorite photo, different things that I'm doing with trainings and things like that. I'll also do team uh shout outs. If my team is booking and things like that, I will do things like that. Okay. So again, it's about getting the engagement up there. But the more engaged you are on your personal page and also in the group that you created, if you decide to do that, or in just a group in general, the more Facebook is going to show your stuff. Okay. Now, groups are something that kind of take a little bit more of traction to build. And this is something, again, it ties back into just being patient and being consistent. It's something that is going to take time. You cannot expect to post one thing and be viral overnight. There are some people that it does happen to, right? But it's a very type of random thing. Okay. And so if you want to make sure that you are more so like slow and steady wins the race, be consistent, constantly show up, have a plan, a posting plan, like um, social media posting plan on what you want to do, and stick to that. Okay. Um, I'm going to show you here for the groups. So let's say that we want to join, all inclusive. Let's just do groups. And one thing I will say is Facebook is smart in the sense that whatever you're typing up here, so if I'm typing all inclusive, if I'm typing work from home, if I'm typing those types of things, um, it's going to trigger that to that it's showing that type of content in my news feed. Okay, so when I'm scrolling, it's going to show me all inclusive. It's going to show me recommendations for all inclusive groups to join, things like that. Okay, so let's see if we can find. All right, so this is how you can see how in, how much engagement is done in a group. Okay, so vacation packages and cruise deals. Um, this is 6 posts a day. There's 98,000 people in here. So if we click this, we'll be able to see. So this looks like it's being run by a travel agent. Okay. So this is something to be careful with when you're joining groups. It's important that when you join a group, a lot of groups will not allow pages to join. So as I was mentioning last week, just be mindful if you're deciding to do your personal versus your business. I always recommend do your personal because it's you. You can set yourself apart from other people versus a business page. So it's a little bit difficult to do that, right? And groups, some are strict. They won't allow pages or business pages to join. It has to be a profile. So make sure that you're reading the group rules. Okay, so this says attention travel agents before posting any advertisements. It's mandatory that you contact them. Okay, so this might be a good group to join, but again, it's just something to, it's kind of trial and error. You may end up leaving groups more than you join them, and it's more so because they have rules. Okay, and that's okay. There's tons of rules out there. There's tons of groups out there. Okay. So again, this is another travel agent group. They've had 30 new posts in the last month. Um, so this might be a good group to join. Um, see if it allow me to do that. Okay. Um, so you see how you can kind of just scroll through now. Let's say you don't like all inclusives and you want to do cruises. Okay. Oh, she commented back on my, she replied back to me on that group. Um, let's say you want to do cruises. Okay. So think about what it is that you want to focus on, whether if it's a certain type of travel that you want to book or a certain type of people group, like population that you want to get in front of. Okay. So make sure that you put yourself in front of those people. So think about where they hang out. Okay. Let's say you want to work with families. Okay. Families love to cruise. Families love Disney. Okay, so you may find more of your people in those types of groups. Let's say you want like older couple, adults only type, right? You may find them more so in all inclusive, Virgin Voyages groups, something like that. Okay, so really be in the mind of your ideal person. And same thing when it comes to team building. Get in their mind, think what they're thinking, right? And think about where do they hang out? Where would they hang out on Facebook? I have seen so many people on so many posts on Facebook on a regular moms group, like a local moms group, like, hey, I'm struggling to make ends meet for Christmas. What are you guys doing for extra money? I need some money for Christmas. Boom, right there. I'm a travel agent and I will put in my little script that I have and I'll tag my group. And then within a few minutes, I have not only the person that commented or that made that post, but a few other people wanting to join my group. Okay. But the strategy with that is you have to be careful, right? Because there are groups that will not allow you to tag another group. So if you have a group that you created yourself, whereas if it's team building or whether if it's travel related, be very careful to tag it in the comments. Okay. I've gotten suspended on groups, I've gotten kicked out of groups for doing that. Okay. But I know which groups allow me to, so I will just do it anyway. If a group allows me to do it, I'm doing it. I'm not questioning it. Okay. Because that's how I'm able to bring people to my group. Okay. And then in having people in my group, these are the people that I want there, right? So now I have control over my group. Okay, makes sense. So see how I'm putting myself out there and I'm just calling people to me. I'm not saying, hey, book with me or hey, come join my team. No, I'm sharing my experience, my expertise, my travel knowledge, or my experience um, that or my success that I have achieved so far doing this almost 3 years. They like what they read. They may go to my profile. You see how it's a domino effect, right? So I'm going to see if I can find a post um, so that I can share with you what I post as a comment on a group that is looking for work from home. So we're going to talk team building for just a sec. Now, again, this is going to apply to both travel and team building. Essentially, all the stuff that I'm talking about tonight. Okay. Now I keep refreshing because usually it's always at the top of my feed. I'll get like a work from home post. Um, let's see. If nothing comes up, then recent posts. Let's see, these are not people looking for work from home. All right, let me do groups. I don't want to join anything because it's not if I try to post right away, um it may like flag me or something. Okay, so I know that I posted something in here or that I commented. Um okay, here. This was yesterday, actually. So during the training that I was trying to do for you guys. Okay, so hey moms, what are some things y'all do to make some money at home? Something you can get paid for same day. This is what I put. Okay. Now, you see the structure of my comment. All right. You see that I'm not saying, hey, come join my team. I'm a travel agent. I can help you. Okay. That's a very one-sided type of reply. That's a very selfish type of comment. And I'll be honest. Okay. I learned, I used to do that. Okay. But I learned as I'm learning and going through different things myself, I've learned that when you, like I said, when you put yourself in a service mindset, how can I help Ayana? Okay. Now you're going to be able to switch your script. So the script that I have pretty much follows the same flow, but I edited it for her. Okay. So my script always starts with a question. Hey, can you think of something you love to do that you can turn into profit? Or if maybe it's a different type of post that they're looking for like a side hustle, I'll say, hey, can you share? Have you found any other side hustles? Was there anything that you like to do? So asking a question to first have them elaborate more on what they're posting, then share with them how, like what your experience is. And then finish it off with, I hope to connect with you more. I wish you the best of luck. Ask question, some advice. Okay. So you see how my comment is not in any way saying, hey, join my team. I'm here to help you, blah, blah, blah. Right. I'm just having her think and reflect. Okay. And then from there, I'm sharing with her my experience, what I do. And I was able to tag my group. Okay. So I know that there is, let me see. Okay. So this one, this person, I'm assuming it's a mom, looking for something from home. Um, she has housework, laundry, tidying up, not having a good quality of life, wants to work from home so that way she could do that and also balance home life and work. Okay. So look at my comment. Look at how I was able to relate to her, right? I'm also a mom of two small kids. I can totally understand how laundry and home life can add up. You see how the flow went? Can you think of something you love to do that you turn to profit? So you see how it was the same script as the other one, but I switched it to relate to her, right? Or him, whoever it is, right? So think of how you can relate to that person, whether if you're posting team building or travel. Okay. So this same strategy, comment strategy, can be used for both sides. So if someone is commenting, like, so you remember the girl that posted about that hotel in Puerto Rico and was like, I'm having bad reviews or I'm reading bad reviews, I'm second guessing it. You saw how my question said, hey, can you share what kind of reviews you're finding? And then I put my experience. I used to live in Puerto Rico. I visited there a few times. I never had a bad experience, but that was a few years ago. So you see how I left it and was just, you see where I'm getting at? I'm sure you guys are understanding, but I just want to make sure that you understand the structure of what I'm doing. So that way you see both how it applies to travel and team building. Okay. And just realize that this is something that you have to be consistent with. Okay. This is what I have found has worked best for me. The moment I started switching the way that I started posting, and I was posting in a service mindset, how can I help you? I noticed an increase in my followers. I noticed an increase in my team building group. And I'm so upset with myself. I wish that I um, took note of what my numbers were before I did that to now because it was a significant increase. I'm sure that I probably could because I know exactly when it was that I started doing that. So I'm sure I could probably figure it out somehow in my analytics. And if I'm able to, then I will share it in the description of this training video. But I know it's been a significant increase. Okay, so just think about that. All right. It can be applied for both. Now, when you're posting, and I can't remember if I mentioned this on my on part one, but I want to make sure that I mention it again. When you're posting on your personal Facebook, don't be a spammer, meaning don't post travel stuff all the time, because like meaning travel deals all the time. Travel deal, travel deal, travel deal, travel deal, right? Nobody wants to see that. I'll be 100% honest with you. Nobody wants to see travel deals every single post that you do. Okay. Show your personality, show what it is that you're working on. Do post stuff about travel, but it doesn't have to be travel deals all the time. Okay. So like earlier today, I shared a reel. I put that same post that I was hosting another meeting tonight. This was from yesterday. So you see how I'm sharing travel related stuff, but it's not like I'm selling anybody, right? So I'm just sharing like, hey, this is what I did today. Hey, this is what I did for two of my clients. I called to handle that for them, right? Nobody wants to be on hold, right? So I do it for you. Okay. So I'm not selling myself in anything that I do. I just kind of share, hey, this is what I'm working on. I locked in an anniversary trip for a client. This was something else for that client. My clients were leaving for Puerto Rico, and then my clients leaving for Disney. They were both leaving on the same day. So wishing them safe travels, right? So you see, I'm not selling anything. If somebody were to come on here, they're not going to be annoyed by what I'm posting, right? They're not going to be annoyed. They're going to be like, "Oh, okay, she loves to book travel. She loves to share what she's doing with her clients, right?" And so if you ever feel like, "Oh, well, I just don't know what to post. I'm not working with any clients right now," or "I don't have anybody on my team to share or showcase what they're working on," or "they haven't booked anything yet," or "what can I post? Because I'm new and I just don't know what to do." Stop making excuses, first of all. I'll be the first one to say, stop making excuses because there's content everywhere. All right. Take a picture of yourself, take a selfie and say, I attended a training today, or I'm working on this, right? You can be creative. You know how many videos I have on my phone of just um, the scenery outside, the trees, or going on a walk or whatever, right? Um, and I will turn that into content. Plus, the travel suppliers that we have, they email us. Okay, they email us, they send us information. This post actually that I did just this past week, if I scroll down here, this picture was from convention, but this post, the actual script itself, I created it and I gave it to ChatGPT to tweak it for me because I wanted to organize it a little bit better. But I got the information from an email. I think it was actually from Travel Pulse Daily. They send me an email every single day with travel news. And one of the emails that day was that travel scams are up 900%. So that title alone drew me into the article. So I clicked on it and I was reading and I was like, wow, like I didn't even know that that was really like a thing, but it is. There's fake sites that they replicate third party online booking portals like Expedia, Kayak, Trivago. They will like replicate the website and trick people to thinking that it's a great deal and then they steal their credit card information once they try to book something. So travel scams are out there, right? So I was like, perfect. This is a great post. This is a great information for me to turn into a post. So I took the information and I went to ChatGPT and I said, I want to take this information. I gave it some ideas of what I wanted. And I said, make it sound funny and sarcastic. And that's what it did, right? It made it sound funny, like it was relating it to a Tinder date, trusting a Tinder date with your Netflix password on night one. That's what it is, as if that you're booking online. Okay. And then what happened? I got these likes and these comments, and every single person that commented, I commented back. And there was even some people that commented, this is so true. I've had this happen to me that are not agents. Right. And so there you go, builds that credibility. Okay. So stop saying that you don't have content. Stop saying that you don't have access to anything because you're still so new, because you have access to emails that you can then, and on the vendor portal sites, on the emails, whatever, that you can then turn into content. Okay. And again, be patient. All right. So, um, let's see. So we went over the groups on how to post, being strategic, making sure that you are contributing to the group as well, that you're not just there to get something out of it. Okay. So, like this post again in that group that I absolutely love. I think this one, I think actually was only 7 for me. I think I did this one before. So I could comment on here if I wanted to, but so engaging, right? But then also engaging on your um uh newsfeed. Okay. So this chick, Michigan Moms, perfect. She posted this 4 hours ago. I'm going to comment and I'm going to share with you. Um, Let me get the script here. I have it saved on my phone. And the script is the same, right? It's the same script I shared with you earlier. The only difference is that depending on the post, I will edit the script to relate to the poster, right? Or to the author. So I'm going to tag her. So if I'm able to tag the person, I will, because then they'll receive a notification regardless. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. They'll receive notification regardless that people are commenting on their post. But when you tag them, it gives them like a separate notification that it's going to bring them directly to the comment. Because I don't know if you've ever had a post that has a lot of comments, it can be very easy to miss older comments because Facebook is going to show you like the most recent ones. So if for whatever reason my comment gets lost, she may not see it. But even if she sees it or not, the purpose is other people are going to see it. And that's what I'm going to show you. So, um, what do y'all do to bring in extra income? What do you recommend doing? Okay, so she may sound like as if she's been looking for something already. Okay. So, I'm going to say, can you share if you have looked into other income sources? If so, what have you found? Did anything stand out? So see how I'm asking her a question. Okay. Then I'm going to say, personally, I have to switch this to 3 years ago. And you see how I'm just transitioning now into the regular script. Okay. And then this is where I will tag my group. Now, if you don't have a group to tag, don't worry about it. Don't stress about that. Okay. You can still put, you don't have to even put this, right? Because there are groups that I know that don't allow me to tag my group. So I will just delete the sentence. I won't even include anything. I will just include this little paragraph and just delete the last sentence. And it still is fine, right? Because if they were curious enough, they can click my profile and they'll still be able to join my group because it's linked there, right? So, I'm going to just say this is a great group with tons of ideas. Make sure to ask questions and ultimately do something that you love. Perfect. That's it. Little smiley face. Send. And what's going to happen is, if for whatever reason Gloria doesn't even see this comment, what will happen is other people might. Okay? Because you see how I'm scrolling here and I can only see Jacqueline's comment. I can't see the other 30 some comments. I have to click view more answers. So the same thing is going to happen to somebody else. When they're scrolling through this group or they're scrolling through their newsfeed, they're going to get highlighted on most likely the most recent comment. And what's it going to be? Mine. You see what I mean? So, um, um, okay. I'm just reading this post. Do we have issues with bunk beds? Where have you found to be the most large family-friendly places to travel? I'm going to see what other people are commenting. So, I'm just going to comment and say, okay. So just a simple little piece of advice. Okay. Um, that's it. Okay. But just engaging there. So this girl, she just graduated from nursing school. Um, So engaging strategically, engaging on purpose on your news feed, on your timeline, in addition to the groups, is really going to help you. Okay. You saw how I scrolled and you saw how it said people you may know based on mutual friends, but also I get on my phone, not more so on the desktop version, but on my phone, I will get people you should friend request. So their profile is recommended. Okay. That's something, and I wonder if I can find it here, but that's something that oh, here, profile recommendation. So my profile is recommendable. Okay. So see how just based on having the professional mode on, from being engaging every single day, from posting every single day, all right? Facebook intentionally is trying to help me grow. So it's going to recommend my profile to other people that are like me, that may have similar likes. And every single day, I will get new followers. Every single day, I will get new friend requests. Okay. And it's because of this. So, same thing when I'm scrolling on Facebook, other profiles are recommended to me. So, it's the same thing. All right. My profile is now in lists where we suggest profiles to new people. Okay. Now, in terms of what does that mean? It means you can reach new people. You have to follow the rules, share quality content. So, quality content means original content. Facebook does not like when you are not posting original content. They know when you're not posting original content. If you're copying other someone else's stuff or if you are sharing stuff, it doesn't like it. Can you share stuff? Absolutely. I will share things every once in a while, but I'm very selective about what I share because Facebook doesn't like it. Facebook wants the original content, raw content. So, meaning like you post a video of yourself, that's original. You posting a selfie and then you writing the status or, yes, obviously you can utilize ChatGPT. I've done it, but that's still original. That's what that means. Not that you're taking somebody's photo and literally using the same exact thing word for word. That's not original content. Okay. Obviously, what it says, what we won't recommend. So make sure um, that your information that you're sharing is clean, it's professional, you have a nice photo, things like that. Okay. Make sure that what you're posting is appropriate, that it's correct information, it's not false, you're not spreading lies or rumors or anything like that. Okay. And then obviously things that affect your eligibility. Um, any violations, so that go against their community standards, not following the rules with these are like with ads and things like that. And then topics, meaning civics and vaccines. So again, just be very careful. Like I don't post anything about politics. Um, I am Christian. I will sometimes throw in, some Bible verses or my beliefs and my faith, but I'm very selective about that. Not in the sense um that I'm scared to talk about it. No, by no means I'm not scared to do that. However, I just know that if I am trying to build up my profile, Facebook is gonna like other topics better. So I'm just a little more selective about what I post. So check your profile page. Check to make sure that it's clean, that it is not going against any of those standards because you want to be recommended. All right. This is going to help you grow, and this is going to help not only you grow as an individual, as a brand, also your business as well. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful. Please reach out with any questions at all. Get connected with me on Facebook if you'd like. Feel free to send me a message. But I will catch you guys at the next one.